Some help for Toronto to deal with the influx of asylum seekers. The federal government has put $11 million into the city's coffers to help ease the burden on the shelter system. It's good news, but it's a drop in the bucket. The city has been asking for $65 million.
It's an important step forward, and it is. If you look at where we were, say 6 or 8 weeks ago when we met with you and talked about this, we had none of the money. We now have $11 million actually in hand.
In 2016, the mayor says approximately 11% of refugees relied on Toronto's shelter system. As of this month, it is 40%, putting a tremendous strain on services. Bill Blair, the federal minister for border security, was at City Hall for the announcement today. He said more money is coming, and all 3 levels of government have to work together. However, the province was noticeably absent. I haven't heard you mention the province. What's going on with your spat with them?
Well, we're not having a spat. No, I'm very interested in working with the province.
That is greatly downplaying the political landscape. Premier Doug Ford's government is demanding the feds pay the province $200 million to cover costs of asylum seekers coming in from the U.S. A provincial spokesperson provided a statement today renewing its stance, saying the province of Ontario is demanding the federal government pay their share of the costs related to the illegal border crossers and develop a real long-term solution to the border crisis. Tweets, photo opportunities and hotel rooms are not the answer. Blair also announced the federal government has paid for hotel and motel rooms for some 272 asylum seekers so they can move out of Toronto dormitories before students return to school. In addition, it's going to set up a triage system in Cornwall to help direct asylum seekers to cities other than Toronto that have jobs and housing available. The Liberals seem to be losing ground on the asylum issue. A new Angus Reid poll finds 65% of Canadians feel the number of crossings is too many for the country to handle. Blair was in damage control, stressing the number of crossings is dropping and accepting asylum seekers is part of the country's international obligation.
I want to be very clear that claiming refugee status in Canada is not a free ticket to permanent residency in this country.
According to Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, the number of asylum claims is dropping. In April, there was an average of 83 a day. In June, the number dropped to 39. Cynthia Mulligan, City News.